Good morning, good Erev Shabbos. Special greetings to our soldiers at Fort Jackson. Everybody watching our video. This Shabbos, I am in New York, together with over 7,000 Chabad rabbis at our annual convention. Back in 1987, when I first came to Columbia, the conference was for 500 rabbis. So things have grown quite a bit. This week is also the 5th yortzeit of Rabbi Jonathan Sacks, the inspiration for many of our weekly videos. I wanted to share a little story of how the Rebbe changed his life. In the summer of 1968, Rabbi Sacks came to America as a young man to meet great rabbis of the day, and every one of them said to him, "You must see the Rebbe." So he said, I went to 770 Eastern Parkway, the mothership, and I was ushered into the Rebbe's study. I asked the Rebbe all of my intellectual and philosophical questions, and the Rebbe gave me intellectual and philosophical answers. And then the Rebbe did something that no one else that I met had done. The Rebbe did a role reversal and started asking me, Rabbi Sacks said, questions like, how many Jewish students are at Cambridge, where he was attending? How many get involved in Jewish life? What are you doing to bring other people in? Now, I'd come to ask a few simple questions, Rabbi Sacks said, and all of a sudden the Rebbe was challenging me. So I did the very English thing. I started the sentence with, in the situation in which I find myself, and the Rebbe did something which I think was quite unusual for him. He stopped me in mid-sentence, and he said, nobody finds themselves in a situation. You put yourself in a situation, and if you put yourself in one situation, you can put yourself in another situation. That moment changed his life, he said. Here I was, a nobody from nowhere, and here was one of the greatest Jewish leaders in the Jewish world challenging me, not to accept the situation, but to change it. And that was when I realized that I have, what he had said many times since, that the world was wrong about the Rebbe. When they thought that the most important fact about the Rebbe was that here was a man with thousands of followers, they missed the most important fact, that a good leader creates followers, but a great leader creates leaders. Throughout Jewish history, there were many great leaders, but I know of no precedent, Rabbi Sacks later said, for one who transformed visibly and substantially every single Jewish community in the world, even those that had at one time no Jewish community at all. So this week, we will gather in New York to celebrate the Rebbe's vision, the impact it has had on one of the greatest spokespersons for modern Judaism. Rabbi Sacks, who but for a seemingly random encounter was empowered by the Rebbe to change his life's trajectory, and in so doing, change the landscape of the Jewish world forever. Shabbat Shalom.